Oh man. Yum. It's pretty good. Hi y'all, it is me, Madison. I hope you're doing so well today. Today, you guys, is a very special video because I am going to be recreating one of my very favorite dishes from childhood, chicken katsu with sticky rice, mac salad, and katsu sauce. Yes, ma'am. That was my jam growing up alongside Kahlua pig. Obviously, I don't eat things like that anymore, but we are going to be recreating it today. Yes, ma'am. Now, I've actually had this dish on my channel before, which I will link right up here in this little card, so you can go watch that. I'll also link it at the end of this video so you can watch it after this video. In that video, that's a very special video for me because I talk about things that happened in Hawaii and growing up, and I also show pictures of me as a child. So if you want to go see that video, you can, but I didn't do like a cooking portion in that video. The reason why I am doing this video right now is because two very special ladies commented on my channel within less than a month's time asking me to recreate that dish. And so if you bug me enough, I guess I'll do it. No, I'm just kidding. But when I got the first comment, I was like, you know what? It's calling to me. I need to do that. I need to do that. It was always in the back of my head. And then somebody else commented and asked me to recreate it. And I was like, you know what? I need to do this. So I do want to give a shout out to the two people that commented on my channel. So the first one is a shout out to Serena Van Rossum. She says, could you please make another video remaking all of this? This was my favorite meal as well, and I need it. I'm assuming maybe now you're vegan or vegetarian, something. Also, I just found your channel and you're awesome. You're awesome. So thank you for commenting. And then the second one is not too long ago from Andrea R. And she said, please remake the chicken katsu plate lunch again. See? So that is what we are going to be doing today, you guys. Now, this involves mac salad, which takes a little bit of time and needs to sit in the fridge for a while. So I actually made that last night along with the chicken katsu sauce. So I'm going to be showing you the clips right now on how to make that, which I did last night along, like I said, with the sauce. So we're going to cut to that and then come back and do the rest. So here is how you make Hawaiian mac salad. Aloha oi, you smell like poi. Let's get started on mac salad. Have you guys ever had Hawaiian mac salad? It is so good, and I think it's so good because it's just so decadent and like mayo filled, and it's absolutely delicious. So we are going to be making that right now, vegan style, of course. So let's get started, shall we? So the first thing I like to do is make my mayo base first, and I like to make this first because I like to have the vegetables in the mayo base kind of like cook in the mayo and vinegar kind of concoction, and it makes the vegetables that we put in there just so, it's almost like pickling them a little bit. So we are going to get started with that first. So the first thing we're going to add is just a couple tablespoons of milk. So I don't measure anything. That's probably more than 2 tablespoons. We'll figure it out. That's my motto. I don't measure, I figure it out. So you know what? You just figure it out too. And then we're gonna put a couple of tablespoons of vinegar. This is just white distilled vinegar. You will find that some recipes call for apple cider vinegar. I don't mess around with that. I find it super disgusting. So when you mix, oh, by the way, did I mention this? This is unsweetened original almond milk. Now, the reason why I'm mixing the almond milk with the vinegar right now is because when you mix vinegar with a plant-based milk, it kind of curdles a little bit. And I always say like sciencey things that I don't understand happen. So it kind of curdles it and makes it like a buttermilk situation. So that's really gonna amplify the flavors in this mixture. So yes, ma'am. All right, so the next thing we are going to add is some mayo. You're gonna need about 2 cups, 2.5 cups of mayo. I always just mix my mayo up in the milk and vinegar to the consistency that I like, the thickness, because I like it thick, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we'll start with about that much. And actually I'm gonna add my spices in now. We're gonna add some salt. This is just pink Himalayan sea salt, black pepper. And the thing about mac salad is you just wanna keep it as simple as possible. I mean, I like a lot of spice, but you're not gonna go wrong if you just use minimal ingredients, like you're really not. This is garlic powder. We're gonna add in, this looks like too much sugar. I'm gonna add in about half of this. And okay, what is happening with my hair right now? Hello, why didn't you guys tell me? Jeez. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna add in about half of this. Yeah, right now. And then mix up all of this together. Okay, you guys, now as delicious as this looks, and I really love the consistency of it, we're gonna need it a little bit thinner. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more almond milk to make it a little bit more watery, because we're gonna be adding in the pasta, and the pasta is super absorbent. So we don't want it to become too dry because our mayo mixture isn't watery enough. Okay, this looks really good. So now we're gonna add the vegetables. So let me turn this around here. Okay, you guys, so here we have some peas. Mac salad in Hawaii never had peas in it from my recollection, but we're gonna add it anyways because I really like peas in macaroni salad. So it's a thing, okay? And then we are going to be adding about half a cup of carrots, 3/4 cup of sweet onion, and we're just gonna add this in right now. Here we go, yum yum. Now, this is a lot of veggies, but I like a really veggie heavy mac salad. Oh my God. This already looks so good. I can't wait. Here's the tea. Having mac salad in my fridge is absolutely dangerous for me because I love it so much. Making all this mac salad, oh God. I'm gonna have this devoured within a couple of days. And I'm not kidding. So looking at it, it's still pretty watery. That's a good thing. And we're just gonna let this sit for a little while because I just got done boiling the pasta and I need to let it cool off. When you boil your macaroni, boil it 2 minutes under the suggested cook time because you want it to be kind of al dente in your macaroni pasta salad because you don't want mushy. The last thing you want is mushy mac salad. Don't even get me started. So cook it 2 minutes under and let it cool completely. You never want to put warm macaroni, warm pasta into a cool mixture like this. So I'm just gonna let it finish cooling off, let this cook up a little bit, let the flavors get to know each other, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so our macaroni has completely cooled and we are going to start incorporating this into the mayo mixture. I don't know if I'm gonna use all of it. I thought I was gonna use all of it, but I really wanna keep the mac salad super, super creamy. And the more pasta you add, the more it's gonna absorb the mayo mixture. So let's see, let's just get started on mixing it in. So I'm gonna add about half in right now. Yeah, we'll start with that. We'll see how this looks once we mix it up. Oh my God. Yep, that's it. Also, I don't know if I mentioned before, but I used Just Mayo, which is my favorite vegan mayo. If you can't find it, you can use Veganase in this recipe or any kind of vegan based mayo. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some plastic wrap and put it on top of the mac salad. Here, let me show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some plastic wrap on top of the mac salad. And I mean like on top of the mac salad. You don't want to put it around the rim of the bowl. You want to tuck it in like this on top of the salad to really keep the moisture locked in, okay? Trust me on this, don't skip this step. It's super important, and every time you store the mac salad, you want to re-seal it up just like this, okay? Trust me. Okay, so then I'm gonna put it in like this, because here's the deal, is you don't want to eat your mac salad right away. You have to keep it in the fridge for at least 4 hours or something before you serve it. Trust me, it's way better that way. So we are gonna store this in the fridge overnight for tomorrow. And if it looks a little dry or not creamy enough, I'm just gonna add a scoop of mayonnaise in there and just mix it in again. And that's usually what I do anyways, so pro tip. Okay, so now y'all, let's move on to the katsu sauce. Okay y'all, so now let's move on to the katsu sauce. You can actually buy katsu sauce in like an Asian market. You can get it in bulk. It's like actually really popular and it's really good, but we are going to be making like a really simple katsu sauce. So let's get started. First of all, you're going to need some ketchup. I would recommend Heinz ketchup. I love Heinz ketchup, but I'm very sad that this is all I have left, so we're going to use the last of my Heinz ketchup. But because I went to Whole Foods, they don't have Heinz ketchup because they don't know what's good for them. So I got the 365 tomato ketchup brand. So we're gonna use that. About a cup of ketchup. And then we are gonna be adding some mirin. Mirin is sweetened sake. You can also use rice wine vinegar in place of mirin if you would like. So we're going to be adding in 2 tablespoons. So there we go. Now we are going to be adding in some soy sauce. You can use tamari. You can use tamari or liquid aminos. But this is the last of my kikkoman, which is very nostalgic of Hawaii. About 1/4 cup. There we go, just throw that in there. Okay. And then our spices. So we're gonna put in some ground mustard. Let me pop these little spice balls in here. We're gonna put in some ground mustard, just a little bit, okay? Some ground ginger. Okay. And some garlic powder. I also have some sugar right here, but I don't know if we will need it. But I'm gonna whisk this all together and then see how it tastes. That's tasting pretty good. I'm gonna add in a little bit of water because it's a little thick right now. So just some water to kind of thin it out. Okay, let's give it a taste. There it is. Oh, ain't she a beaut? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so chicken katsu is all done. I will see you soon for some chicken katsu recipe action satisfaction. Yes, ma'am. For the chicken katsu, it's a basic dredging station that we're gonna set up really, really quick. And the thing about chicken katsu is it's super, super simple. There's nothing crazy involved, but I'm gonna show you how I set up my dredging station vegan style. So the first thing I have right here is some all-purpose flour. You can use gluten-free flour, you can use whatever kind of flour you want. And I'm just going to season it with some onion powder, black pepper, and some garlic powder, and just a little bit of salt. So just like that. You don't even have to put the seasonings in. I don't think traditional chicken katsu even put seasonings in there, but I want to. So we're gonna do that. All right. Moving on to the next portion of our station, which is going to be the egg. Now this is Bob's Red Mill egg replacer. Somebody actually asked me if I've ever tried this. So I hadn't, so I went out and bought it, and I used it to make pancakes, and it turned out okay, but I haven't tried it for anything like this. So that is what we are going to do today. So 1 tablespoon of this product equals 1 egg. So 1 tablespoon and then 2 tablespoons of water. So I'm gonna, just to make sure we have enough, I'm gonna use 3 tablespoons and then 6 tablespoons of water. 6 tablespoons is about 3 ounces of water, so that's what I have right here. So we're gonna be mixing it up with the water, and it says to wait a minute or so to let it thicken. Okay, now, because this is what I grew up eating in Hawaii, this is kikkoman panko Japanese style breadcrumbs. You can use any kind of panko breadcrumbs. There's also really good gluten-free panko breadcrumbs out there as well. Okay. For the chicken, y'all, there are so many different things that you can do. You can use tofu. There is an awesome recipe by Avant-Garde Vegan. There is an awesome recipe by Mary's Test Kitchen. She makes the best vegan chicken ever. I would use that recipe, but just like cut the tofu differently. I'll leave those recipes maybe linked down below so you can find them. You can use any kind of like vegan seitan. You can use so many vegan options. You can even get like Boca burgers or the Gardein chicken burgers and just re-bread them. That's totally fine as well. That would still be good. But what we are using today, and what I used last time, which turned out really good, is the Gardein chicken scallopini, and these are already lightly seasoned, but they are shaped like this. I'll show you. So we're gonna cut these to be shaped like chicken katsu. So this is what I used last time. It worked perfectly. We're gonna use them again. So let's get started. So just dip it right into the flour, into the egg mixture, and then into the panko. We wanna put a lot of panko on, because I like a lot of thick breading. Who doesn't, right? Okay. And just really like try to press it in to the chicken. I'm gonna continue going on and doing all of the pieces, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so these are all ready to be fried up. This is the rice that we're gonna be using. I always had this rice in my house growing up, like the big bulk, like 15-pound, 20-pound bags of rice. And this is botan rice, and I always just remember the flour on the front of it. So this is what we use to make sticky rice. It's US #1 extra fancy rice. So always rinse your rice over and over and over and over and over until the water runs almost clear. And I always use a rice cooker, because every time I've tried not to use a rice cooker, I always mess up my rice every single time. So this is what we are going to be making the sticky rice with today. So I'm going to go fry these up 3 to 4 minutes per side until the golden brown. And then in the mac salad, I also added an extra scoop of mayonnaise and just remix it up to get it really nice and creamy. So I'm gonna go plate everything up, fry this up, and I'll be right back, okay? I'm actually in the middle of plating, and I just got done frying these bad boys up, and I wanted to cut them on camera so you can hear the beautiful crunch that they are about to make. And this is how traditionally they would cut chicken katsu. They would just cut it straight down like this. Do you hear that? Listen to that. Oh my God. Just in slices, just like that. Look at that. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna finish plating. I'll be right back. Look at that. Doesn't that look so beautiful? Okay, so I have some katsu sauce right here, which I made last night. So let's give this a taste. Oh man. Yum. Mmm. It's pretty good. Mmm. Mmm. Okay. So now, let's have some mac salad. You guys, I'd be a liar if I said I didn't already have a bunch of this. I'm telling you. Mac salad is one of my weaknesses. Mmm. Mmm. If you're not a fan of onion, I wouldn't have put so much onion as I did, because mine's like super oniony. But I love onion. And rice. Oh yeah. Can't go wrong with sticky white rice, huh? Mmm. 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 Carbs. So, I'm so glad you guys wanted me to recreate this. This is such a treat. Okay. That's my chair, by the way, that keeps making the noise. Of course, when I want it to make the noise, it won't. There we go. To drink, you guys, I have one of these Blind Lemon Deep Elm Brewing Company hard seltzer waters. Locally inspired craft hand-brewed hard seltzer. This is from, oh, I'm spilling it. Dallas, Texas. Yes, ma'am. It's pretty good. Tastes like lemon. They're nothing like my swells. My swells are my favorite of all time. And they're made here in Austin. This is so good. So when I remember getting plate lunch, and it always came with 2 scoop white rice. You don't say scoops, you say 2 scoop white rice, 1 scoop mac salad. But I put 2 scoop mac salad. You guys, let's put this in here. My phone is blowing up because I just put a picture on Instagram of my, like, I cut my own hair, so I put some really short layers in, and so I put my long hair to the back and left my short hair up to the front right now, front for the picture. And so many of y'all are like blowing me up. Did you really cut your hair? No, I didn't. I tricked you. I don't really have anything to talk about in this video. I should have, I guess, thought about that. That was a big bite. I can tell you what happened recently at my apartment complex. I was sleeping and I was woken up by what was yelling, and it was really early in the morning. I actually didn't know what time at night it was. And it sounded like, "Rah!" Like some aggressive, like kind of yelling. I live by a bar, like I hear that shit all the time. Just drunk people walking to their cars or walking around or whatever. So it doesn't like surprise me or bother me. Dude, this mac salad's so good. But I heard, the first time I heard the yelling, Kiki woke up and she's like, "Rrr." That's what she does. She like sleeps under the covers, like, and like by my legs. She's down there and all I hear is, "Rrr." Those of you who have a chihuahua, do your chihuahuas do that? She's so funny. If she hears any noise outside, all she does is just go over and over. I'm like, Kiki, what are you gonna do? So I heard it again, but this time it was like a really aggressive like F-bomb. It was like, but like, the way this person was screaming was so aggressive and mean and mad that like it didn't sound like just like a drunk person. It sounded like somebody was mad. And I'm like, okay, whatever, just somebody's fighting outside on the phone or something. I don't know. At this point, I think it's like 3 in the morning, but I don't really know what time it is because I'm like so out of it. And then I try to fall back asleep. I fall back asleep a little bit, and then I hear it again with pounding like pow, pow, pow. And I'm like, what the is going on? So it's cold this morning. It's like really cold this morning that was happening. It was like 40 degrees and raining. I'm like, what the heck? So I opened my back patio and I'm like, well, maybe the neighbors are fighting. Don't hear anything. Maybe, I don't know. Like there's like, I think what's an Airbnb next to me, maybe there's somebody staying there and they're like going crazy. Don't hear anything when I go outside. Come back inside, hear it again. Pow, pow, pow against metal, and like the F-bomb being aggressively screamed. It was scary. It wasn't like some drunk guy again screaming the F-bomb. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I go out front to my front porch and I have my phone with me and I'm looking around, waiting to hear it, don't hear it. And I'm convinced that it's somewhere close. I'm like, I have to know where this is coming from. So I'm like in my trench coat. I have my hair's all messed up. It's all over the place. I go downstairs. I go down a little bit of my stairs and I can see in my laundry room, the door's closed, but I can see like the top of a head because there's a window. I can see like the top of a head and then I hear it like loud. Oh my God, loud. Another F-bomb. And this guy is like banging on the machines, like punching the machines. So I'm like, oh geez, what the fuck? It was scary. Like, I'm not saying that like, oh, like dudes who are mad don't scare me, whatever. Okay, sorry, I had to fix my necklaces. But like this dude was frightening the way he was screaming. I'm sorry, I know this story is like going on forever, but now I go back upstairs because there's another window where I can like look down into the laundry room, and this guy is like rubbing his hands together and he's like got a cap on. He's like rubbing his hands together and he's chugging coffee. And he's like die, effing die, die, effing die. And then he would scream the F word, rah, and like pound on the machines. And I'm like, okay, absolutely not. I call the cops and I'm like, hey, police, there is some man screaming obscurities at the top of his lungs, banging on the machines. And the cops come. Right, 20 minutes later, I call my landlord to let her know what's going on, and she's like on her way. Oh, by the way, this is at like 4:30 in the morning. No, it's like at 4 in the morning. Anyways, long story short, it was just this crazy guy screaming in our laundry room. But when the cops got there, y'all, he was perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. And the cops like came up to talk to us because apparently 4 of us called the cops. Let me switch this over. They couldn't do anything to him because they said he wasn't technically trespassing because there was no like official like no trespassing placard or something on the laundry room. So they just let him go, but they gave my landlord his information. Oh, my landlord was so pissed. She called, she like went down to the police station, was like trying to like get like some kind of like trespassing citation on him or something like that, but I don't know. He was not happy. Anyways, not a very exciting story, but I don't have a very exciting life. You guys, this is so good. Please make sure you go watch, if you want, that video, which I'll link. You can just click anytime in the little eye on your screen. You know how you have that little eye? You can click on it anytime during the video or at the end and watch my chicken katsu video. It's when I lived in my old house when I was married. And you can see my old house. I miss my old house. But at least I have really good tenants. They are actually really awesome, really sweet people. And hell, they pay their rent on time, so your girl ain't complaining. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, okay. I love... Do you see how I'm devouring this? This is how much I love this food. And honestly, it's pretty similar to what I remember as a child. I remember what I was saying, but I was talking about my tenants. They're great. Oh, but I love living here. You guys, I never want to leave here. I never want to leave here. If I could buy this apartment, if my landlord would sell, like, these apartments, I would buy this. I would live here forever. I absolutely love it. It's all the space I need. I think it's like 280 square feet. And that's more than enough room. It's more room than I need. Okay. I still have some chicken left, dude. This is so good. I wish you guys could have some. But you guys should try and make this. It's so easy, so simple. Oh my god, I'm so full. I think I'm gonna go lay down. I'm full. Well, that is it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!